Welcome to Lantes Elementary School Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan School Year 2021 to 2022. The goal of Lantes Elementary School SBE-LCP 2021 is to assist, gear pupils to acquire quality, fair, culture-based, and complete basic education through the provision of Tuloy ang Laban para sa Batang Lantesian mantra. Through the joint efforts of the teaching-related and non-teaching personnel, and the management, all the challenges in the implementation of BELCP can be overcome successfully. School profile. Lantes Elementary School is situated west downtown. According to the adults in this area, it was previously called Madawag. It was later changed to Lantique. Lantique was derived from the word Pinaglantikan given by its first settler that came from Silang, Cavite. Their first community school was opened in 1975. Grade 1 class was organized with its first teacher, Mrs. Soledad Trinidad. There were 15 pupils. After 5 years, Grade 2 and Grade 3 classes were added. In 1993, the primary school became a complete elementary school. Mrs. Manuela Tolentino was assigned teacher in charge. Mrs. Daisy Miranda took the place of Mrs. Tolentino upon promotion. She served as teacher in charge for 2 years. Then, Mrs. Eroliza Rogacion became the teacher in charge in 1999 to 2001. Mrs. Mirna Diaz on 2001 to 2003. Mr. Rafael Balingit on 2003 to 2009. During his term, the school was reclassified to head teacher position. Mrs. Gina D. Minardo took the place of Mr. Balingit upon promotion in 2009. Mrs. Gina D. Minardo, District Guidance Coordinator, was assigned as teacher in charge in the school and promoted as Head Teacher 3 last July 16, 2010. In 2016, Mrs. Irene G. De La Cruz took the place as Principal 1 upon her promotion and the school reclassification as Principal 1. Lantes Elementary School is headed by Master Teacher 1 Mrs. Nemiros B. DiCapia for school year 2019 to 2021. At present, Mrs. Florinda S. Rizal is the primary school of Lantes. Lantes Elementary School has 4 buildings: BML, Malitsi, FBR, and Filipino Chinese Chamber. Lantes Elementary School is a complete public elementary school with the ultimate use of its facilities like computer laboratory, canteen, guidance room, science laboratory, covered court with stage. Other than academic classrooms, the school aims to produce graduates who are functionally literate, emotionally and spiritually upright, globally competitive, with deep sense of responsibility, useful citizens of the community, and independent but with strong sense of nationhood. Community profile. Barangay Lantique is located at the southeast of Carmona with a total land area of 1,698 hectares, a population of almost 13,000. It is kilometers away from Manila and 27 kilometers away from the provincial capital. Almost 35% of its land is composed of land farms, wherein many of its people use as their main source of living. But 4 years ago, some part of the farmland were utilized and used in building subdivisions. This was the reason of increase in the number of residents up to present. Currently, the barangay consists of 1 public elementary school, 3 private schools, namely St. Anthony de Carmeli, Good Shepherd, Zion Academy, and 1 senior high school named Angelo Livardo Loyola Senior High School. Organizational structure. Enrollment school year 2020 to 2021. Total of enrollees is 1,282. Awards and recognition. Student category. 2021 Virtual Division School Press Conference, DSPC. Photojournalism, 6th place in Filipino category. 4th place in English category. Science and Technology, Writing. 5th place in Filipino category, and 7th place in English category. Sports Writing. 9th place in Filipino category. Feature Writing. 15th place in English category. Awards and Recognition. Teacher category. 2021 Virtual Division School Press Conference, DSPC. Princess Cheryl A. Kakatihan. 6th place, Editorial Writing in English. 12th place, Editorial Cartooning English. 12th place, Column Writing in English. And 12th place, Sports Writing in English. Joanna Marie P. Lejos. 11th place, Sports Writing, Filipino category. Enrollment. Figure 1 as of July 10, 2021. This graph shows the 3-year enrollment in Lantes. It shows increase in enrollment for the year 2020 to 2021 due to the increase of transferees from public and private schools. Figure 2, COVID cases update as of August 19 to 27, 2021. This shows the reported COVID-19 cases of Barangay Lantes, Carmona, Cavite. As of August 2021, there are 750 cases reported. 106 from those are active and 618 are recovered. There are 26 reported deaths. This table shows the number of COVID cases in different areas in Barangay Lantes. There are 85 reported cases as of August 2021. Figure 4. Enrollment school year 2021 to 2022. As of August 30, 2021. This shows enrollment as of August 2021. Grade 1 has the greatest number of enrollment. Number of teaching and non-teaching personnel. Figure 5. Faculty and staff profile. It shows the number of teaching and non-teaching personnel that composes 29 and 4 consecutively with a total of 33. 4 non-teaching personnel composed of 1 principal, 1 AO, and 2 utilities, LSB/JO. Figure 6. Number of classroom per grade level. This shows number of classroom per grade level. There are 20 classrooms available for 937 pupils. It revealed that there is enough classrooms for the number of classes organized as for the new normal setup. Figure 7. Students' preferred learning modalities school year 2021 to 2022. It shows that based on the survey, 600 out of 937 or 64.03% is student preferred modular learning modality. Figure 8. Teachers' responses on availability of internet connection at home. 18 or 58% teachers has available internet connection at home, while 13 or 42% of them only use mobile data. Figure 9. Devices, gadgets available at students' home. Students' gadgets at home, cell phone is the most used gadget device available for the student to use at home. There are 576 or 61.47% cell phone users. Figure 10. Types of internet connection in their house. Students. Students' internet connectivity, 676 out of 937 or 71% of students have internet connection at home. Success of SBE LCP school year 2020 to 2021. Key dimension, safe operations. Success, health protocols at Lantes Elementary School during COVID-19 pandemic. The school conducted monitoring of teachers in terms of their compliance to health standard and safety protocols, especially in the conduct of school-based activities during distribution and retrieval scheduled every other 2 weeks. safety guidelines in the conduct of distribution and retrieval of learners' school-related outputs and activities has been established in partnership with the local government unit as well as with the Parents-Teacher Association. Alternative Work Arrangement or AWA, which is work from home for teachers and skeletal workforce for non-teaching personnel. Guidelines in handling and managing of reported COVID-19 cases and close contact at the school. The school nurse, together with the clinic teacher, followed the issued protocol of SDO Cavite in reporting, handling, and managing COVID-19 cases and close contact among teachers regardless of their status. Well-being and protection. A webinar related to psychosocial support, health, nutrition, and health protection services among teachers and other school employees was conducted in partnership with the Municipal Health Office. Wash and School, or WINS, the school participated and facilitated the Wash and School WINS program to ensure the clean and safe school environment and correct hygiene and sanitation practices among its stakeholders. There are 3 functional areas in the school before the pandemic. The General Parents and Teachers Association or GPTA donated 1 washing facility in this school year. Focus on learning. School-based Learning Action Cell, ensuring quality of teaching and learning. The school conducted LAC session that aims to strengthen capabilities in conducting classes in a new normal scheme. The LAC session include different strategies as well as platforms that may be effective depending on the chosen distance learning delivery modality of learners. There were 2 LAC sessions conducted this school year, all done virtually and 1 face-to-face. Part of the school-based LAC is the facilitation of different online applications that can be used in online instructions. Provision of learning resources. Kamustahan activities. The school conducted online Kamustahan activities that aims to discuss issues concerning teaching and learning process. Through this activity, the teachers conduct focus group discussion that leads to the development of action plan to address the raised issue and concern. Learning resources development. The school, through its written and evaluators, participated in the development of learning materials to be used as supplement the teaching and learning process in a distant learning model. There were 4 teachers who served as writers for the ADM in Science and Araling Panlipunan. Presentation and proposal of research and study. The school, through its teaching staff, presented research proposals that intends to support and intensify the conduct of distance learning delivery as part of their annual BRF program. 5 teachers presented a research proposal in the district-initiated colloquium. Reaching the marginalized. Maximizing social media. The school posted updates about school activities and related announcements through its official Facebook page. Home visitation program. The school conducts home visitation activity following safety protocols to learners who experience learning difficulties and to students who are not participating in the submission of students' outputs. Facilitation of catchment area. The school plan, organize, and conduct the facilitation of catchment areas per subdivision for distribution and retrieval of school-related activities. Education financing. The school provides face mask, face shield, vitamins, and other related health and safety supplies to its teaching and non-teaching staff. Teachers were also given supplies like bond papers, ink, and other related school supplies to support teaching and learning. The school MOOE was utilized in the funding of the aforementioned supplies. The MOOE utilization was successful as it was used efficiently, including the financing for the reproduction of students' activity sheets and learning packets. Safe operation. Adherence to the prescribed health standard and protocols during the distribution and retrieval of learning materials to prevent the spread of COVID-19 for all teachers, parents, and stakeholders. School management of reported patients with confirmed COVID-19 and close contact at the school was strengthened with the assistance of the school nurse and clinic teacher by adhering the SDO Cavite issued protocols in reporting, handling, and managing COVID-19 cases and close contacts among teachers. Virtual orientation for online and blended learning classes, as well as the provision of a manual for modular distance learning to guide parents and students through the school guidelines and policies for implementing the new normal scheme. Well-being and protection. Adopting of alternative work arrangements such as work from home for teachers and skeletal workforce for non-teaching employees. Rescheduling the distribution and retrieval of learning materials during enhanced community quarantine and modified enhanced community quarantine, particularly for unreachable learners. Focus on learning. Teachers' home collaboration was made possible through virtual kamustahan activities in empowering one another, completing development action plans, and addressing the challenges and concerns of teaching in the new normal. Ensuring quality of teaching and learning. Weekly virtual kamustahan for students facilitated by their advisors. Enhancement of reading program Project Shields was introduced to the teachers and learners with the help and guidance of their home facilitators to strengthen learners' reading proficiency. Provision of learning resources. Upskilling activities of different learning areas were given preferable attention to strengthen teacher competence in multimodal learning delivery. Teachers attended different webinars according to their classes handled. Reaching the marginalized. Home visitation has been strengthened by adhering to safety protocols, which is even more important in bridging the gap between school and home for students, families, and teachers. School planning, organizing, and carrying out safe-related activities such as distribution and retrieval of learners' outputs were made possible by facilitating designated catchment areas in each subdivisions of the community with active participation of the barangay officials. Education financing. Because the school fund was used efficiently last school year, the school will continue to use available resources to support teaching and learning in the same manner as the previous year. Results of the SBE LCP survey school year 2020 to 2021. Preferred learning modalities for school year 2021 to 2022. Figure 11. Printed modular learning modality is preferred modality by the students. Based on the survey, 600 out of 937 or 64.03% students preferred this modality. Preferred learning modalities by the parents. Printed modular learning modality is preferred modality by the parents. 600 out of 937 or 64.03% parents preferred this modality. Preferred learning modalities by the teachers. Majority of the teachers want the printed modular distance learning. 21 out of 29 or 72.41% teachers preferred this modality. Devices, gadgets, availability at home for DLM. Figure 14. Students' responses on the availability of devices, gadgets at home for DLM. Cell phones are used majority of the pupils at home in DLM. There are 576 or 61.47% cell phone users. Figure 15. Parents, guardians' responses on the availability of device, gadgets at home for DLM. Parents' responses show that most of the available gadgets at home was 60% has cell phone, 22% has laptop or desktop, 10% has tablet, and 7% has no gadget available at home. Figure 16. Teachers' responses on the availability of devices, gadgets at home for DLM. Graph shows the teachers' responses on the availability gadgets, devices at home 49% of the teachers' available gadget was a smartphone, and 43% of them has laptop or desktops, and 8% has tablet. Internet availability at home for DLM. Figure 17. Students' responses for the availability of internet at home for DLM. 676 or 71% of the students have the availability of internet connection at home. Figure 18. Parents, guardians' responses for the availability of internet connection at home for DLM. 676 or 71% of the students have the availability of internet connection at home. Figure 19. Teachers' responses on the availability of internet connection at home for DLM. 676 or 71% of the students have the availability of internet connection at home. Availability of support system at home for DLM. Figure 20. Students' responses on the availability of support system at home for DLM. 533 out of 937 or 50% students have their parents, guardians as support group at home. Figure 21. Parents, guardians' responses on the availability of support system at home for DLM. 533 out of 937 or 50% students have their parents, guardians as support group at home. Figure 21. Teachers' responses on the availability of support system at home for DLM. 11 out of 31 or 35.48% teachers have their spouses as the available support group at home. Figure 23. Teachers' expertise in online application. Google Meet is the teacher's expertise in online application. Possible problem might encounter in DLM. Figure 24. Students' response on possible problem might encounter in DLM. No internet connection is the possible problem of the students might encounter. Figure 25. Parents, guardians' response on possible problem might encounter in DLM. For parents, no internet connection is their possible problem that they might encounter in using DLM. Figure 26. Teachers' response on possible problem might encounter in DLM. Figure 26 shows that 50% of the teacher's problem is internet connection. 19% was financial problem in buying load. 17% are not knowledgeable enough in using technology, and 14% was electric supply because of power interruption. Policies and guidelines for basic education learning continuity. Operationalization. 4.1 Matrix. Key dimension: safe operations. Well-being and protection. Focus on learning, ensuring quality of teaching and learning, provision of learning resources, reaching the marginalized, education financing. Operationalization. 4.2 KABITNYO Kabitenyo. K stands for kalingain ng bawat bata upang makapasok sa paaralan hanggang makapagtapos. A for agapayan ang mag-aaral sa pagkatuto at paglinang ng mga kakayahan, kasanayan at wastong kaasalan. B para sa brigada, para sa bawat bata, bumabasa upang maiangat ang antas ng pagbasa ng mga mag-aaral. I. Indigenisasyon at lokalisasyon ng mga kagamitan sa pag-aaral. P. Para tulungan at gabayan ang mga pinunong pampaaralan sa pangangasiwa ng mga paaralan. E. Eksplorahin ang iba't ibang mabisa at makabagong pamamaraan sa pagtuturo at pagkatuto. E naman para napauunlad ang kasanayan ng mga guro at lingkod bayan sa pamamagitan ng pagpapaibayo ng mga naaangkop at napapanahong pagsasanay. Y naman para yagakin at kilalanin ang mga stakeholders sa bayanihang pagtataguyod ng ating mga paaralan. At sa huli, O. Obligahin ang pakikisangkot ng lahat para sa kaligtasan at kalusugan ng mga mag-aaral. 4.3 Ways Forward. Safe Operations. Program projects and activities. Conduct remote enrollment of learners for school year 2021 to 2022. Objectives. To sum up the target learners for the incoming school year. Conducting a dry run of classes, particularly the modular distance learning modality, to evaluate schools' readiness in terms of implementation of MDL. Printing and sorting of learning materials. Objectives: to provide adequate learning materials to all enrolled pupils for school year 2021 to 2022. Health protocols at Puding Kahoy Elementary School in the District of Silang during COVID-19 pandemic to ensure the safety of the school personnel and parents as well as the visitors that aim to prevent, contain, and mitigate the possible transmission of COVID-19 in school settings. Project Laging Alerto DRRM program to prepare and ensure protect learners, non-teaching, and teaching personnel. Coordinating with the BHERT and district nurses in handling and managing personnel with COVID-19 symptoms if observed. Objectives: to report a personnel possess possible symptoms of COVID-19 to the BHERT and district nurses. Weekly virtual kamustaan for teachers to provide technical assistance and address the issues and concerns in the delivery of instructions in the new normal setup. Weekly virtual kamustaan for learners to address the issue and concerns in the delivery of instructions in the new normal setup. Strengthening Wash in School program or WINS. Objectives: to sustain adequate hand washing facilities in school that will be utilized during retrieval and distribution. 4.3 Ways Forward. Well-being and protection. Program projects and activities. Strengthening schools' homeroom guidance program. Objectives: to provide wholesome learning experiences that will foster positive attitudes, behavior, and value in the time of pandemic. Participating in the quarterly simultaneous earthquake drill to help pupils learn how to react immediately and appropriately when an earthquake occurs. Daily hand washing and toothbrushing program to educate learners not only the importance of oral health but effectiveness of overall daily hygiene and its role in keeping the entire body healthy. School-based feeding program. Objectives: to improve the nutritional status of the SBFP beneficiaries. Promoting Dapat TV and E2Lie lessons. To bridge the learning gaps and enhance the mastery of the lesson under the distance learning modality. Conduct an objective assessment mechanism of learners' performances as basis for intervention programs. Objective: to assess learners' progress and difficulties and give positive and meaningful feedback in order to derive valuable intervention plans. Administers school-based action research as basis for conceptualizing alternative from existing learning gaps. To develop new knowledge from action research, result and recommendations in order to apply and create a new innovative approach in teaching and to give meaningful solutions. Provision of learning resources. Program, project, and activities. Mapping all the learning resources applicable, usable in MELCs. Identify and upload all learning resources applicable, usable in MELCs in the repository portal. Weekly uploading of learning activity sheets or LAS, video lessons, and weekly home learning plan or WHLP. To provide materials such as LAS, WHLP, and video lesson which are real-time, remote access, and responsive. Provision of self-learning modules or SLMS to all learners from kinder to grade 6 to supply learning resources to all learners in the new normal setting. Lastly, to promote DepEd TV and E2Li episodes in all learning areas, to cater learners in all grade levels and needed information aside from provided printed materials. Reaching the marginalized. Project SHIELDS or SHIELDS, Sincere Home Facilitators Involvement, effortlessly lessens deteriorating student readers. Objective: to enhance the skills of the pupils who are at risk in reading. Re-establish the School Gardening Project or SCGP to support school-based feeding program, especially the indigent pupils. To provide nutritious and healthy vegetables and to enrich their health and nutrition status. Strengthen and revitalize school stakeholders partnership to sustain school programs and projects. To generate funds and resources for the school's projects and programs. Lastly, profiling the learners who needed educational support. To identify learners belong to underprivileged, lost, least, and last group. To guide the school in the implementation of the LCP, a monitoring and evaluation framework of the school's program and activities anchored to SDO Cavite's PPA is adopted. The framework includes desired outcomes among Lantes Elementary School learners in terms of access and quality amid the pandemic. The motivating environment for both the learners and teachers with active partnership and shared responsibility of the school and community ensures that the right of every Batang Lantesian is protected. Monitoring and evaluation. PPAs. School adopt a community program. Objectives: to establish a community garden within the school premises for the purpose of vegetable production to sustain undernourished pupils in addressing health and nutrition problems. To identify stakeholders and education partners who can offer support and assistance in the distribution and collection of learning materials, gadgets, and devices, training for teachers and learners. PPAs, monitoring of opening of classes and school readiness assessment. Objectives: to assess grade level readiness in terms of enrollment number of section organized, status of SLMS, distribution and partnership established. SDRMM inspection report, to ensure safety of learners and stakeholders in the school premises. Health protocols at Lantes Elementary School during COVID-19 pandemic, to prevent, contain, and mitigate the possible transmission of COVID-19 in Lantes Elementary School. PPAs, guidelines in handling and managing of reported COVID-19 cases and close contact at the Lantes Elementary School. Objective: to guide the Carmona District nurses in reporting, handling, and managing COVID-19 cases and close contacts among Lantes Elementary School personnel regarding of status. School-based feeding program to address hunger and encourage learners to enroll to contribute to the improvement of their nutritional status, provide nourishment for their growth and development, and help boost their immune system and enhance and improve their health and nutrition values. In-service training on current health updates and reorientation of school health programs for school year 2021 to 2022. The training generally aimed to provide participants on current health updates. PPAs conduct of learners context survey. Objective: map out learning context and type of learners at the school level. Crafting of school learning continuity plan. Manage the implementation of K-12 basic education program and special curricular programs through flexible learning delivery options. Brigada Escuela program. Ensure safety and protection of the learners, teachers, and other school stakeholders' physical and mental health. Procurement and distribution of supplies. To efficiently utilize school resources by procuring supplies needed for the reproduction of learning materials and distribute supplies properly. Regular kamustahan for teachers. To provide emotional, social, and mental support to teachers. Project Spark. To conduct monitoring and validation of the reading profile of learners in Lantes Elementary School from Kinder to Grade 3. High Teach is high integral teachers empowerment amplified with collaboration and hard work. To provide appropriate topics for FGDs, JLs, LAC sessions at insets to address the needs of the teachers. Lastly, Power It Up. To capacitate teachers and home facilitators with proper skills in facilitating learning. Ailikha. Integrasyon ng lokalidad iugnay sa karunungan at hubog ng aralin. Objective: to sustain localized and contextualized video lesson, learning, activity sheet, and modules. Program AGAP: to identify students' mastery level for all assessed performances and give positive and appropriate intervention programs to reach the mastery level. Program Saliksuri: to conduct school-based basic and action research to augment learning gaps, especially the teaching and learning process. Lastly, Project Kalinga: to strengthen school-based guidance program to reduce dropout rates and help pupils at risk in learning. Appendices 5.1 School Calendar. Month of August 2021, Day of 3 to 31, Activities, Brigada Escuela Upland Balik Escuela. Month of September 2021, 1 to 12. Activities, preparation of modules, HLP, and activity sheet. October 5th, 2021, World Teachers Day. November 27th, 2021, PTA meeting and card distribution. January 3, 2022, resumption of classes. February 17th, 2022, learning outcome assessment. March 8, 2022, end of academic quarter 3. April 13th, virtual LAC for LOA intervention faculty meeting. May 2 to 6, 2022, national election-related activities. July 4th, start of remedial advanced classes. August 12, 2022, end of remedial advanced classes during summer. 5.2 Alternative work arrangement. For kinder teachers, every Wednesday. For grade 1 teachers, every Thursday. And for grade 2 teachers, every Thursday. For grade 3 teachers, every Friday. For grade 4 teachers, every Monday. For grade 5 teachers, every Wednesday. Lastly, for grade 6 teachers, every Tuesday. Alternative work arrangement during GCQ with heightened restrictions and GCQ 8 hours duty. For kindergarten teachers, every Tuesday and Wednesday. For grade 1 teacher, every Tuesday and Thursday. For grade 2 teachers, every Tuesday and Thursday. For grade 3 teachers, every Friday. For grade 4 teachers, every Monday. For grade 5 teachers, every Wednesday. And for grade 6 teachers, every Tuesday. Alternative work arrangement during MGCQ 8 hours duty. For kindergarten teachers, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. For grade 1 teachers, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. For graded teachers, every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. For grade 3 teachers, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. For grade 4 teachers, every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For grade 5 teachers, every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And for grade 6 teachers, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Appendices 5.3 Communication Plan. Communication Platforms. Donation Letters. Purpose: seek for help in painting the signage. Person groups communicated to barangay officials, PDA officers. Five point 4 Communication and Advocacy Campaign for Brigada Eskwela. Objectives: cleaning of school surroundings. Strategies: plan of action. Landscaping, weeding, and cleaning. Timeline: August 3 to 6, 2021. Persons involved: stakeholders. Resources: teachers, 4Ps, volunteers, parents, barangay officials, barangay tanod. Success indicator: clean and beautiful surrounding, and so on. Five point 5 Memorandum of Agreement. Understanding. Center for Social Concern and Action, or COSCA, of the LaSalle University of Laguna campus. Five point 6 Feedback Mechanism. Feedback helps to ensure that the school will be able to assess all the school's programs, projects, and activities towards its continuous improvement and development. Conduct of interview with parents on the process of the distribution, retrieval scheme guides the school in improving its service to its clientele. The classroom advisors conduct survey to the learners and home facilitators every quarter. Survey questionnaires for home facilitators aim to get the data on issues and concerns in the delivery of distance learning and assistance needed by the home facilitators. Furthermore, survey questionnaires for learners aim to assess the difficulties they encountered by identifying the subjects they find as the most difficult and its underlying reasons, their issues and concerns, as well as the support they still need. Data gathered on the survey conducted will be used to plan for interventions to improve the delivery of modular distance learning and needs-based topic for SLAC and other JEL for teachers. 5.6 Feedback Mechanism. The school plans to strengthen its feedback management through: Number 1. Provision of feedback, form, and questionnaires every quarter to be compiled and interpreted as basis for continuous improvement. Second, conduct survey questionnaires indicating the most difficult subject as perceived by the learners and home facilitators. Lastly, provision of Dropbox to get the voice of the customer, parents, home facilitators' issues and concerns with regards to learning. 5.7 Suggestion for Policy Recommendation. Gaps and Restriction. 100% of learners and parents chose printed modular distance learning modality. Data evidence supporting the identified gaps and restriction. Based on the ELSF school year 2020 to 2021, PKES LCP Table 2, page 12. Policy Recommendation. Number 1. Conduct orientation to parents regarding the available learning distance modality during school orientation. 2. Conduct orientation to learners. 3. Provision of manual on the available learning delivery modalities. Lastly, conduct FGDs to inform teachers about more efficient modalities.